Here is Dominic Paquette. Dominic.
So please, would you like to play with me for the next 45 seconds? Please stand up, everyone. Okay, good. We all have great lunch, so we have to move the wrists first, 3 circle, and then the neck on the left side, right side. Move your spine. Yes. Oh, there's no noise, huh? Touch your knee, toes, knee and toes, knee and toes. Like that. Okay, we are ready to go. Good. How are you? Now I feel better because as far as I'm concerned, this is my first public presentation in English, so please bear with me. Thank you. First, I would like to thank Mr. Lawrence Geller, Mr. Serge Terrien, and Mr. Joe Dixon, and Mr. Picard and my wife as well for all the time you took with me in the last few weeks. This afternoon, I would like to make you believe that you are your most important assets of your practice. Here are my top 10 ideas. Connecting effectively. Oops, sorry. Make a connection or connecting effectively. Getting to know your clients and prospects well. But how do I achieve that and how do I accomplish that? Well, a few years ago, time, money, and energy were invested in designing an adequate business brochure. The essence of the document was and still is to make the clients aware about the necessity of communicating the important facets and events of their life. The main point is to know all about the client while making the client comfortable. Get the client to reveal who they really are. Here are some questions I ask to my clients to know them better. For example, how did you get started your business? What are you the most proud of? What is your next step? What are you best at? What are the biggest challenges you had to face? What can you recall about your first life experience with money? What is your first story or event with respect to money in your life? With that in mind, here is what should be considered. Use a plain language. I'm sorry. Like that. I got it. Speaking in common terms. How important it is to do just that. Avoid technical language, which tends to confuse the client. Rather, I speak in terms that he or she can understand. The communications have to be more effective, given that we're dealing with intangibles and human nature. Focusing harder on contingencies and benefit of related solutions. Instead of saying words like cost, price, expenditures, or even premium, I rather use the word investment or monthly investment. Instead of saying life insurance, I say coverage in case of that. Clearly, this must be taken to the next level. Decide how you want to position yourself as an advisor. As a financial advisor, and as far as my practice is concerned, always focusing on the best interest of the client base and prospects it's all about. A few years ago, I realized that my practice should have offices designed to reach small business owners and upper middle class clientele. And I did it. This makes everyone comfortable and at ease. Further, I think some attention should be paid to the name of the practice. In my case, I chose partenaire conseil, meaning in English, partnership advisor. Clearly, I want to be perceived as a qualified expert for financial decision making. And I further realized that I had to develop a multidisciplinary approach to this process. I think we have to learn to manage the intervention and contribution of other skilled professionals. In the end, I wanted to be the one that makes it happen in the best interest of the client. As a result, my practice has been focused on being interactive with other professionals. Well, what do I mean by that? Involving other professionals. Whether it's your client, accountant, lawyer, or tax specialist, involve them early on in the process to get their trust and support. That way, potential objections and needless delays are deflected. Then how is this best accomplished? First, the most important thing is call. Call the accountant, introducing yourself properly. Let him or her know that you're not competing with them, with their practice, that we are in a distinct spheres of activity. Rather, I want to stress that his contribution is important. By the way, Mr. the Accountant, we both work in the best interest of our joint client. At that moment, generally, the accountant enthusiastically agrees to this, providing him with additional business for his practice. In order to enhance this process significantly, I think being well prepared is not an option, it's an obligation. Let's see. I want the client to see how well I'm prepared, how well I know him, her, how well I know person's goal, fears and expectations, life history, and where he or she is coming from. Every question counts. I want to be perceived as a seasoned professional. But how do I manage that? My policy is always meet the client twice before giving any advice. All appointments are confirmed by phone the day prior to the event. All meetings take place at my office. Prior to meeting a client for the first time, 1 or 2 weeks before the meeting, a package is mailed, including a list of the important documents required, such as life insurance contracts, disability insurance contracts, the will if one exists, power of attorney, investment portfolio, financial statements, municipal tax, income tax returns, and corporate minute book, and others pertinent documents. One step further. To be honest, I simply try to get a feel. For how the meeting should be conducted, anticipating client objections. Many times, I use the visualization concept. I'm sure most of you are aware of. Do you agree with that? If the best athletes are doing it, why can't we? Why can't we? How can I best be ready for a meeting? Listen to this. Holding back the ace in the hole. I don't reveal my hand fully until the timing is right. It's not gambling. Though selling can sometimes be compared to playing cards, or some of you would say playing poker. Ideas have to be presented with the right intensity, within the right sequence and degree of conviction. The higher the quality of information, the more this process will contribute to getting the optimal results. The ultimate goal, of course, is to provide the client with a fully personalized solution adapted to his needs and wants. However, let's ask the question, you, as advisors, what are your needs and wants? I got it. Over the last 5 years, I have participated in the Strategic Coach program. The most significant point that I retain from that is the concept of avoiding the gap. Looking forward to the ultimate goal, which is a largely moving target given their circumstances, the market conditions, and the economy. The concept of avoiding the gap. You may easily become obsessed and fixated on that target, causing satisfactions, dysfunctions. What I learned from that is you should focus on incremental change instead, represented by the change in terms of accomplishments and improvements. And that way, accomplishments, improvements, and achievements will provide you with the satisfaction, energy to sustain your motivation going forward. Nurturing motivation like celebrate progress like I'll be doing tonight. There are reasons why we should do just that. Indeed, it gives you a great deal of energy, supporting your own motivation going forward. In this business, as you know, we are surrounded by a positive behavioral reinforcement system. Isn't it that true? Every little gesture in sales is applauded by mutual fund company or life insurance companies. This could be taken advantage of to enhance success, nurturing confidence in yourself, boosting motivation and self-accomplishments. But now boosting motivation and self-accomplishment means being creative to stay on top of your practice. Tell me, what are you passionate about outside your practice? What are you passionate about outside your practice? What perks you up? What really perks you up? Some of you like boating, fishing, cycling, running, reading, playing music, or playing chess. Chess. That's funny, huh? I like the boat. On my part, I like cycling, running, and doing triathlons. Don't you have a passion for certain things in life? Oddly enough, once you become aware of that, you become more productive. We all know that successful people, having done well in life, take multiple vacations, as you said earlier. They all have things which excite them. Would you not think that applies to you and to our clients just as well? Are you willing to ask them what they're passionate about and watch them start smiling and letting down their defense barriers? Then the next question is, once you know about your passions, then how can that become useful to the community? I believe once you merge what you like doing as a passion with who you really are, and what you can do for your community, then this approach provides the maximum benefit and contributions possible all around. It's all about being real and sincere about this. By the way, I don't expect any financial returns from that. I'm doing it strictly out of personal satisfaction, enjoying every moment of it. Over the last 6 years, as a father, husband, runner, and cyclist, I have participated in fundraising Un Pas vers l'Espoir, which is a walking and running event, and the fundraising Pierre Lavoie Challenge, which is 1,000 kilometers over 3 days throughout the province of Quebec, ending in Montreal. Both events are helping raising funds for medical research in support of rare children's diseases. Recapping, my top 10 ideas. First, make a connection. Second, use a plain language. Decide how you want to position yourself. Involving other professionals. Being well prepared and ready. Holding back the ace in the hole. Avoiding the gap. Celebrating progress and accomplishments. Being creative to stay on top of your practice. Creating benefit for your community. Tell me how often do you get out of your comfort zone, just like I'm doing this afternoon? It's powerful and meaningful. We can be so proud of such accomplishments because really, you are your most important asset of your practice. Thank you. Have a good day.